everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Andreea and in today's video I will be doing a first impression. I love doing this because it's very interesting to see what are my first thoughts about a product. I think I prefer a lot more first impression than reviews. They're a lot more fun to watch, so this is why I like doing them. Anyway, a few weeks ago I was contacted by someone that had a store on Amazon if I wanted to review silicone makeup sponges, and I stayed for a second and I was like, oh my god, of course I do. I looked on their website and it seemed really nice. So I'm talking about Eastrin Silicone makeup sponges. I got mine like this in a pink box, and inside I have two makeup sponges. Okay, so they came like this in plastic cases, and from what I can see they have two different shapes. So this one is more like an egg shape and this one is kind of like the traditional silicone sponge. If you've seen, everyone kind of tried it and I think this is the shape. But I like that they come in two different shapes, and on one side they are pretty sparkly and gold, and on the back they have something else. Let me just open it. I think I'll have this one with the egg shape. So I like that it comes in a plastic case. Very nice because you can travel with this or have it in your bag if you want to touch up your makeup, and even just for home if you want to keep it, dust doesn't get on it. It's very clean and pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna touch it for the first time now. I'm scared. Oh wow, oh my god, this is so soft. It feels like a boiled egg. You know when you boil an egg and it's not too boiled, it's pretty much just there. Oh my god, it feels exactly the same. And I like that it does have gold sparkles inside. And on the back, I feel like it's a thin layer of that old sponge that we got in compact powders and whatnot. So I think that would be cool if you have applied a little bit too much makeup and you can take that excess off. But when I first saw their Amazon page, I was pretty impressed because they have really nice, good quality pictures and you can actually see what the makeup sponge is like, and you have your thoughts if you want to buy it or not. The price is $10 for two makeup sponges, and I think that's really good. That comes $5 per makeup sponge, which is not bad at all. And if you scroll down, they have a very nice description, features and details, and at the bottom of the page they have quite a lot of reviews, and pretty much all of them are 5 stars. I was in shock. I read a few and everyone is very pleased and they love this sponge, so that made me really excited to try it. Okay, they also have how to use steps. So first you have to wash it first before use. I'm gonna do that. Put just a tad of makeup on the pad, dab it on your face and push the makeup into your skin. Press with little pressure while dabbing it, do not rub it on. About the excess makeup on the face, use the puff side that can easily absorb. Rinse after every use. Just as I told you, you have to push it in your skin and not drag it down like this. Just like a beauty blender, you have to do motions like this, not just dragging the makeup, because that's not going to push the product into the skin. It's just going to lay it on the skin and it will stay there. Okay, so I washed this and it looks exactly the same. And now I'm gonna take my foundation. For today I chose this. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And if I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, because as you can see I have some acne, I'm going to take the Rimmel London Stay Matte. This is really nice, but I usually tend to mix it with another foundation because it's quite dark for me. But because I got tanned, I can use it on its own and it looks good. Okay, so I think I'm going to put the makeup on my face, not on the sponge, because I want to be able to distribute this all over, even on my face. So just gonna put a little bit, not much, because silicone sponges don't absorb makeup and you actually need a lot less than you usually use, because beauty blenders and makeup sponges in general absorb makeup just like they absorb water. They absorb makeup as well. Okay, and just as I said, a little bit of the Rimmel Stay Matte to give me that coverage that I want, especially where I have acne. Okay, so I'm taking the sponge. Oh, it's so soft. Okay, so I'm starting like this. Hope you can see me. Oh wow, I think I put a lot. And I like that it doesn't change the finish of the foundation. This is a really matte foundation, and when I use it with a sponge, a wet sponge, it makes it pretty luminous. And I like that this doesn't change the formula. As you can see, it's really matte. And so far, it looks really good. I don't see anything bad right now. It blends very nice, and because it's so soft, it doesn't hurt you when you do this dabbing motion. It's really nice. Okay, so looking up close, it doesn't look bad at all. It actually looks really nice, and I like that on the other side it's a sponge texture, and I can take a little bit of the excess makeup, because on this side I think I put too much of the Rimmel London one. And now that I use this part, it just looks beautiful. I'm actually really impressed. I'm going to apply some concealer as well and see how it looks. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And again, I'm going to put a lot less because no makeup is absorbed. I think that's okay. A lot less than I usually do. Now I'm going to take the sponge and just start dabbing. I like that I can keep this sponge in whatever shape I want. I can put my finger in it and it does hold that shape. And actually, it's very easy to use around my eye, especially in the inner corner, because it does have this point. Oh wow, I'm surprised. I was a little bit skeptical at first because the name silicone sponge kind of threw me off, because as I said, I've seen a lot of reviews pretty negative on YouTube. So seeing this work, it actually looks really nice. I'm gonna do a close-up so you can see. Okay, so as you can see up close, my skin looks very nice. It covered pretty nice the spots in here and on my forehead, and I don't see any strikes or weird marks left on my skin, which is good. And the finish of the foundation is different than with a sponge. I'm quite shocked right now. Okay, because I feel daring now, because I've seen this result and I like how it looks, I want to contour my face and also add a little bit of blush. So I'm taking some cream contour. I like this one. I know how it is applied. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on the tip of the sponge like that, and I'm going to kind of fold it like this, but not much, just a little bit. And I like how it's blended and there's no harsh line. You see that? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna put some on my forehead. You see how fast that applied. Oh my god. I like how it blends everything and it's not harsh looking. And now I'm gonna take a cream blush and see how this one applies as well. Just gonna take a little bit. Whoa. Said a little bit, baby. What is this? Okay, so my makeup is ready, and when I was doing my eyes, because I was so up close in the mirror, I was looking in my face and honestly it looked beautiful. I feel like it looks better than with some other brushes that I have and I used to love at one time. I am honestly very, very impressed, and I have to admit in the beginning I was very skeptical because when I've heard the word silicone, I was like, oh, this is not going to apply well. But when you actually feel the texture and see how soft and wiggly it is, I completely changed my opinion and I really like it. And I think the biggest secret is to apply very little product, start with very little and then apply more if needed, and don't drag, only tapping motions like this, dabbing or how you call that. Just do like this, not dragging like you would do with, even with a beauty blender. I've seen some people do like this and I'm like, no, don't do that, because that's all that's gonna do is just move the product. And I feel like if I wanted to come again on another part that, let's say, I didn't blend it enough, I don't feel like it moved the product afterwards. I like the combination. On one side you have the silicone and on one side you have this sponge, and if you have excess on your face, in the beginning I'm sure you will, because you will be tempted to use a lot more because the beauty blender and any makeup sponge and even a brush absorbs makeup. But with this you need the tiniest amount. I did apply too much, but I kind of managed to blend it very well, and I used this side to kind of take off the excess, and overall it looks absolutely beautiful. So I don't have any patchy areas, not even around my nose, and a tricky part was my nose. I thought it wasn't going to apply well because sometimes even with a brush, foundation doesn't sit well on my nose whatsoever, but as you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. I also wanted to include a very short clip showing you how I washed it. So pretty much I just used a bar soap and running water. Everything went so smooth. It does clean very fast and I like that. After using it for a few weeks now, I just realized a little bug, let's say. So you saw that the puff side, the makeup sponge side, is slightly bigger than the silicone side, and if you lay it flat on your skin while you are blending your foundation, that could leave a little line because it's touching the face and it's kind of leaving a mark in the foundation. But because I like to use it bended a little bit, it helps me to prevent that and also to have a better grip, so I don't lose the sponge while doing my foundation. This is just a little mention. If I could cut that part, I would gladly do it. But I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was important. Maybe they could change that, because if they change that, this makeup sponge is absolutely perfect. Okay, so I think I covered pretty much everything. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments and I will be more than happy to answer them. I will leave a link down below if you want to check out this product and see how it is. I'm telling you, it's worth trying, and you have to be patient and put very little product, and I'm telling you, I'm sure you will like this. That's it for now. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and Twitter if you want to see more things about myself, and even on my vlog channel to see all the vlogs for my USA trip. I love them and I'm so happy they turned out really good. You want to check them out. But okay, I'm going now. I will see you in my next video. Bye!